You're probably getting a feedback because there's two, her phone and her laptop, maybe. I can hear you, Lisa. Does that help?
Turn down the volume of one of your voices.
Oh, she had to mute her mic.
I'm going to try to get rid of her other one.
Your living room looks fantastic, Carol.
Carol, I'm going to try to unmute it. All right, there we go. All right, Carol, can you hear us?
She has her volume turned down.
She does?
Yeah, for the feedback.
Carol, put the volume up. See if I can text her. I'm sorry, everyone, for that feedback. Well, we're gonna go ahead and start the podcast. Some technical difficulties, but what we have today is we have NBStrong, also New Bedford Strong, and what I like about this group is that they're reaching out to the community. They're trying to do all that they can for us, in the community, and one of the things they're connecting those in need with resources. And this is a New Bedford hub for donations of food, water, clothing, baby items, etc. Please sanitize all items prior to donation. If you have things that you want to donate to New Bedford Strong to bring over to needy families, please reach out to us. So, Lisa White, how you doing? I'm glad we're trying to do this again.
Thank you very much for having me again.
Your group is so fabulous. I mean, you guys are doing some crazy things and crazy good things, And I I love it. You know, reaching out to needy families, needy people, and it really symbolizes who you are, who the organization is, and I just want to let you know that Charlie Perry's really proud of you guys.
Thank you. So that means a lot. But really, the heart of NBStrong is Carol Ryan. I think we just lost her again, but
yeah,
there wouldn't be an NBStrong. It would have been probably just a flash in the pan if it wasn't for Carol. So
wow, and I'm so happy that we got another guest. How you doing?
the cutest guest. How old are you?
How old are you?
5? I have a 5-year-old, almost 6.
That's a good number.
It is.
It's a very good number. So, all right. If one of you, Carol, can you hear us now? No, I guess not. But Lisa, when was the first year you started? I don't want to get that wrong,
but we began NBStrong at the very beginning of the lockdown in 2020, March 2020, and it began as a way to get things to people who couldn't get out and get them themselves. Honestly, it really began as a toilet paper crisis. So we had some extra toilet paper, and we had some people willing to drive it around the city. Thank God. And we began by bringing toilet paper to people who were at risk, who were high risk. And then from there, it just grew. Ian actually began a Facebook group, and it began with just Ian and Carol and I running around like chickens with our heads cut off, and a few other, thankfully, volunteers that were willing to lend their time and supplies. And from there, it just kind of grew into, I think that we're one of the larger mutual aid groups in the South Coast now. So, wow. And we finally got our 501c3 designation, so that's really exciting.
Actually, just your group on Facebook is the numbers are great. I think it's up to 2,300 or more. And,
yeah.
And that figure that everyone got to, if all 2,300 plus, they try to get a message out to the community, it's probably going to be equivalent of probably about 8,000 people, and that's a great reach, to get out there, especially when you're trying to, to get to families with need. Come on, go ahead, go downstairs. So I just watched everything. Ian's like he's like an energizer bunny, man. Guy's nonstop. He's just going and going and going. I don't know what you got him on. What you having him drink in the morning, and maybe drinking that bulletproof tea, coffee. I don't know. Definitely full of energy.
Yeah, we definitely motivate each other, and he's a really good guy. He's kind of misunderstood, but he's my better half.
Yeah, he's well. I know you're both a good team and an awesome team. As far as better halves, that in a family that kind of comes in different times. You might be the better half today. He might be the better half tomorrow. But I think you guys are awesome together, and I'm glad you have that matrimony magic.
We do. I'm definitely better at cooking, and he might be better at eating. But see, we complement each other very well.
That's good. That's good. That's very good. I'm so sad that we can't get Carol going, especially when if I was close by, I could, it's a quick fix, because I know it's got to be something with her volume, because I can hear her tapping or whatever she's tapping, close by, so definitely her volume. So
Carol deserves much more of the recognition for the group NBStrong than I do, to be honest. She's the group president. She's the president of the nonprofit.
Okay.
And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Carol Ryan. So she's an inspiration to every single person that knows her.
That's good. Yeah, being my big cousin, I really, very proud of what she's doing. And, I'm glad that she suggested, she said, hey, get NBStrong on here. And, that way we can talk about some of the things that we're doing. Speaking of her, maybe she can come to the screen now.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol. Can you hear us? Nope.
Well, we do have we actually have a fundraiser going on right now.
Okay.
And they actually asked me to say something. It's through Savers, and
okay.
We're asking people to clean out their closets for NBStrong. So if you'd like to help us, we're doing a clothing drive. Mainly clothing and curtains is what we need the most of. If you have any extra clothing laying around your house,
yeah,
we could really use it. And
okay.
And I know that we've been sorry.
Yep, it's at Savers on Kings Highway.
Actually, we're collecting it, and then we're going to be giving it to Savers. Savers does some really great drives throughout the year. They work with area nonprofits to collect things that they need, and then they pay those nonprofits. So it's a way of them helping out their communities, because Savers is also a nonprofit, even though they do make profit.
Yeah.
It's a way for them to get involved in the individual communities that they serve. So so we've been actually doing this drive, and our goal is to hit 5,000 pounds and then some. So I know that we're really close. So if anyone has anything in the back of their closet that they would like to donate, we would absolutely appreciate that.
Well, I have quite a bit, so I'm gonna start working on that as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
And I'll definitely give you a call, and that way I can get rid of a lot of stuff, and the wife will be Michelle will be very happy that I'm getting rid of some of my junk.
The pandemic has meant for me that I have a lot of clothes that are a little bit tight, so I'm gonna bid adieu to them before I drive myself crazy trying to fit in them again. And we're even picking up, so if anyone has any donations that they would like us to pick up, we can do that too.
Okay, good. And if you need help picking up stuff, after supper time, I'm usually available. As long as I don't have a podcast, I can help you out.
I appreciate that.
You guys out and pick it up. Let's see. So Ian says we can always come back and bring Madam President online, maybe on another show. Thanks, CB, for the invite. I'm gonna try her one more time. Just when she puts tries to link on into two different devices. That's where we get that echo and sound from. So let's try to get her on the air again. There we go. I heard you. I heard you, Carol. Carol, whatever you do, don't touch anything because I can hear you. So, the one thing I like about Savers is, even as just a regular customer going in there, you might have a bag or two, and they give you a decent amount off your sales price of the clothes that you're trying to buy, and I really like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's I don't mind going in there. I really don't.
Della
Yeah.
lived in Savers Clothes for the first 5 years of her life.
Wow.
Hi, Simone. How are you?
Yeah. Hello, Charlie and Mrs. White. I have a question. Simone, what's your question? Please. You can throw it in the comment section. I'll put it up on the screen. So the a lot of things you probably storing at each member's house, right? Or are you just trying to get rid of it as soon as you get it?
Well, we try, but a lot of times we accept a lot more than we're really able to unload quickly. We have gotten a few times now all of the overflow from the Freetown Food Bank, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's in your dining room, it's all the way up to the ceiling. So, and this is a perfect opportunity. I have probably 200 or 300 boxes, no kidding, of non-perishable food. So anybody out there, where I don't take ID. I don't care what your income level is. I don't care what your situation is. If you could be helped in any way, shape, or form by non-perishable foods, vitamins, even we have feminine hygiene products, we have some cleaning supplies, we have all kinds of stuff. If you could be helped at all by any of this, come on over to my house. I'm at 546 County Street. Maybe send me a message. Let me know you're on the way so that I, have my pants on. But come on over and take some of this. And you'd be helping me as well, because eventually my dining room table is under there somewhere. Not that we really use that much, but we would love to get some of this out to help people in the community.
True. Awesome. The says, do you work with Gifts to Give? Great place. It's another great place in this area.
Gifts to Give is an awesome organization. We haven't worked with them.
They moved to Acushnet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but they've been doing the same thing, pretty much what you're doing for years. And what I like is people reaching out to the needy. Any organization whatsoever. If you're trying to help out the needy, that's a 5-star in my book. And so. But we all got to try to help out each other, because we all living in the same community. And anyone that's suffering, we're all suffering. And if you don't look at it that way, then you're truly a very, very selfish person. So, let's see.
Well, there's 3 things, for basic human needs. It's food, water, and shelter. And it's really crazy how many people in this city are facing food insecurity and housing insecurity. It's really, really crazy. And every time you talk about anything other than food, water, and shelter, you're leaving every single one of those people behind.
True. I agree. I really do. Dee Dee says, Lisa for Contre Lodge, she's a gem, honest, knowledgeable, and available. Of course. I agree, Dee Dee. That's a compliment coming from her, because one thing I like about Dee Dee, she's transparent. You're gonna get what you see, and she's gonna call an ace and a spade. And that's one thing I like about her.
I love Denise to death. Now I do have to mention that I'm here in my capacity as the CEO of NBStrong, and NBStrong doesn't support any political candidate. So just because.
And that's an outside comment anyway. So, someone just giving you an endorsement, and I don't have any problem putting it across the board. And I also understand why you did what you did. So, Um, Ian says the pandemic taught us a lot about basic needs, and it's so true. When you go through this pandemic, and now you're thinking about a lot of things. What's closed? What can you possibly get? What do you need in your house? And let me get out there and get it. And at some time we took on an abundance of things. Just because we were afraid and we didn't really know how long this was going to last. So we basically just stocked up on all that we could. And in some ways it was good. Sometimes it was bad, but what are you gonna do as a family person? You want to make sure that your family has everything possible to actually make it through.
There have been some unexpected consequences of the pandemic. Not only are we 600,000 people shorter, as a nation than what we went into, but the panic and the federal government's response in lowering rates on mortgages has meant we have a very, very strong real estate market. And the secondary effect of a strong real estate market is a super high rental market. And no one really saw this coming, but as a secondary effect of this pandemic, we're seeing people forced out of their homes and unfortunately, when you're priced out of New Bedford, you're priced out of Massachusetts. And so now I think that it should be front and center, a housing crisis. The housing crisis, and I know I've always been the housing person, but this is for real. And I see every day people are not able to afford their rents. And that's going to be the next mountain to climb. Once we get everyone eating, we get food on the table, we're going to need to worry about where that table's going to go.
That's it. Thanks. Miss Fumo says, would you have any icy hot for sciatica and neuropathy 24/7? It's very odd. Need to find a dollar store, and it's only $1. I tried to see $10. Nothing works. I'm in pain 24/7. I'm in the vitamin 12s. That could help me.
Delaney, I have some icy hot for you, and I have a ton of vitamins.
Good. Awesome. See that? So if you need help getting it to her, or if you know who she is, let me know.
I think that, Ms. Fuma, I think you're in the North End, right? Because I think that you've come over to our building maybe once or twice. Just connect with me on Messenger. I think we're already connected on Messenger. Okay. Numbing spray for throat. That one I don't really have. Yeah. I can look around and see what I have, and I can figure out how to get it to you as well. If you want to just send me a message, or Ian on Facebook, we can absolutely get you hooked up there.
Good job. NBStrong at work, everyone. Definitely try to give them a helping hand when they need it. I know I am, and we definitely need to help out. This is actually this is awesome. I mean, here we are on for a few minutes, 25 minutes, and you're already helping out somebody. Carol says, I want to say that NBStrong showed the heart of New Bedford at a time when we were most vulnerable during COVID. We provided, as Lisa said, the most basic needs, and we did that. Admin to member and member to member, and organization to member and admin to member. This is what sets us apart, which is so true. It's if you do, word of mouth is golden. Especially when you have people spreading the word, or even passing on the word that someone's in need, or we have this for you. We'll definitely help you out. And if I can't help you out at this moment, I'm going to talk to some of my friends, and we'll try to make sure you get the help that's needed. And you know what that is. That's just a good village. That's what it is. It's just a good village helping out each other, doing the right thing, and that's awesome.
This city is this is the best city in the world right here, and I didn't really realize that fully until this pandemic. And the care and compassion that you see in people in this city is beyond anything I've ever seen. And we've lived in quite a few different places with the military, but this is a city where you will see people who don't have a whole lot give the very last of what they do have for someone else, and that's really special.
Sure is. You know, I just like you, I traveled different parts of this country, and you know, but I wanted to come back home, regardless of where I was. I just wanted to come back home, and I mean, I have some great experiences traveling abroad, you know, in different states, and you know, but I love home. I like what it's about, and I always said I was going to live, retire, and die here, and that's my ultimate goal. That's what I want. So let's see. The Bedford Strong worked here because the people here made it work. So true, Ian.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, President says, let's see, we provided masks through New Bedford. Masks way before the mayor commissioned Joseph Abood to make 50,000 masks and forms, masks in Bedford, mask NB, and we owe that debt to Bonnie Borough. Yes, another good family.
Actually, we haven't. Ian and I have been so busy lately, and I feel really bad about this, but we actually have an award here for Bonnie from the
Awesome.
President of the United States.
Wow.
Because of the amazing amount of work that she did in orchestrating making as many masks as she did when we needed them the most. NB masks, she deserves a lot more than just, I think we have a medal and an award certificate here, but that woman
awesome.
is incredible.
She sure is, and you know how hard she works as a parent and a wife, you know, and then to add on to what she's already doing, it's truly amazing. You know,
Really.
I'm glad. I'm so happy. That award is well deserved, 10 times over.
Oh yeah.
Great person, great family. Definitely want to get her husband back on the podcast. Talk to him.
Chris is great.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely I can sit. He's definitely somebody I can sit with for a long time. And you know what? Just press the button and let him talk. And I enjoy it. I enjoy all his conversations.
Yeah.
Great dude. Simone says, Mrs. White, please can you tell me why you say this is the best city in the world? I mean,
this is the best city in the world. Actually, I wrote a little thing about it the other day, and I'll read that to you if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Sure.
It says, this is this very special city. We might not be a city of trust funds or of social elites. We're not a city of high fashion or of economic advantage. What we are is a city of roll your sleeves up and get the job done. We're a city of work boots and sweat equity. But we're also a city with care and compassion, and I see that every single day in our group. This is a city where people who don't have very much will give the very last of what they do have so that someone doesn't go without. This is the greatest city in the world.
I agree. I really agree. I could do a lot of things in life. And if one of them was hitting the lottery, guess what? New Bedford to still be my home. Or if I just, I love it here, and I'm going to stay here. A lot of people say, well, you're just comfortable. Well, that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be comfortable where you live.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
So, and things are going to happen. We're gonna definitely be facing some changes around here, with all the things that are coming our way. Between the railroad and other things. So, I just think that whatever comes this way is going to, we as New Bedford residents got to make sure that people adapt to what we have here. Keep the same festivities going on, the same, cultural festivities that are throughout the city, and just keep maintaining them and don't switch it up. Just keep on making people culturally diverse with everything, from the feast to the Greek festivals, to the Cape Verdean festivals, to all the different Irish things that are going on. You got to keep it going. It's a nice melting pot. And I always try to explain that to different people that I know across the country. And a young lady today, yesterday, was just basically talking to us, and she was just telling, you know, me and my wife about how she was so fascinated with the giving nature of the people in the area, and she was just here for a few weeks, and she's going to be here for some time coming, probably throughout the summer. So that's what I like to hear when people from some very, very fortunate places come. They really come in and come in this area and they learn to appreciate it. I mean, y'all, for example, you and your family, Hi, what's going on?
Hi,
You
pretty
cannot
girl.
say hi. You'll have your podcast in 2 weeks, okay? All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So,
She's so cute.
yeah, she's my buddy. Let's see. Miss Fumo said something else. Something else. Operation Cleanup Number.
Papa, your breath smells like boiled egg.
Sorry, Operation Clean Sweep number 1. And if we were all do our part, it's so rewarding. Yeah, actually, I agree with that. Clean your curb, clean clean your curb. If something's damaged on the property, whether it's a shingle or damaged railing, fix those things. But and one of the things I'd like to see a little bit better in the city is trash day. Try to either if it's the city try providing maybe one more container to the house, so they don't have so much overflow. I'd like to see that, but
That would help immensely. I picked up a hypodermic needle on Acushnet Avenue yesterday, and it was a really disturbing moment for me because my daughter was with me, and
wow.
and of course she wanted to know why I was putting this object into a bottle, and why she couldn't see it or touch it, and nobody wants to have that conversation with their 5-year-old, and it's not fair. She shouldn't be worrying about that at 5.
Yeah, so true.
But we had the conversation so that she could stay safe, and we could all do better. We could all do a lot better to clean up our areas.
So true.
There's kids watching.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. If you're doing it consistently, most days that you're out there, it's gonna usually take you about 20 minutes to sweep things down. Put it put it in its proper place, and then go out in a couple other days. 2 days after that, whatever. But so that's one good thing. The Besides your fundraiser, what's up for NBStrong? Is there anything currently going on that you want to pass on to the audience?
Well, we have the fundraiser, the clean out your closets for NBStrong, and then we also have a ton of food, non-perishables, available at 546 County Street. Just send me a message or give me a heads up before you head over. But we will absolutely set you up with boxes and boxes, as many as you can fit in your car. Other than that, we have a lot of things on the horizon. We have a lot of ideas. We just got done with. There was a fire on Acushnet Avenue, which most people have probably heard about. We got done the month of May. We supplied all of the fire victims with dinner. So 20 dinners for 30 days. And that was a group effort. It wasn't just one person. We put up a sign up sheet, and we provided what is that? Is that 600 meals? 600 meals. And everyone just did a little bit, and we got a lot done. So and we had the coat drive for kids. Thank you, Carol. We provided 60 kids, local families, with warm winter jackets. Carol actually provided expectant mothers with Mother's Day baskets. That was really amazing. We did 60 Christmas stockings to homeless men and women at the House of Hope. 34 gift cards to local restaurants. 554 gift bags to the elderly for Christmas. And we did 500 Christmas cards hand-drawn by the students of New Bedford Public Schools to the residents of Tripp Tower and local retirement homes, retirement villages, and that was really special. We had a baby shower because there were a lot of expectant mothers, and the pandemic meant that they couldn't have their baby showers. So we had a virtual baby shower where we supplied 5 car seats, 4 baby walkers, 3 strollers, 2 baby bouncers, 2 bassinets, breast pumps, baby food, bottles, baby clothing, towels, formula, wipes, and diapers to 6 and soon to be 7 expectant new mothers. So thank you, Ian, for the rundown of that.
So are any of the mothers gonna name their children Ian, Lisa, or Carol?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm only joking. You guys did that out of the kindness of your heart, and feel free, reach out to me. I'd like to do whatever I can, deliver whatever I can, and actually donate some things. All that food, like I said, after supper time. If I have to get it to someone, let me know. Text me, do whatever, and say, hey, Charlie, can you bring this to 123 Boogie Avenue, whatever it is, and I'll bring it to their house.
Thank you so much.
So, Ms. Fumo mentioned about Jerry Pinto and filling a bus at the the police station, and Jerry's been doing that for a lot of years, and he does that out of the kindness of his heart. And I love when he does that, and provides a lot of gifts for kids on Christmas.
I saw that this year.
Yeah. So, let's see. Ian's being a jokester.
He always is.
Yeah, I love it. He said, those are good names, man. Good old-fashioned names, man. I wish people would get back to naming their kids some usual names, I don't mind my name. Charles is a great name. I like Charlie better, but when you look at the history of my name, it goes back all the way to my great grandfather. So that in itself makes me that much prouder to hold on to the name and be proud of it.
Della's named after her great great grandma.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
See, that makes it that much special. And I mean, they're already going to reach out and try to get some research, on through the ancestry. But when you have the same name, it even makes it that much more special, because that means that my mom and dad thought about it and they said, well, we're going to name him after dad, we're going to name him after his great grandfather. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. Ian is the UFO. What is it? Hold on one second. Let me bring this up.
Ian is the CFO and does a great job.
Oh, my eyes are bad. I thought they said UFO.
Actually, that would make some sense too.
I was gonna start calling him ET when I seen him. I love it.
Ian is he's the best support I've ever had in my life.
So
he does a fantastic job.
It shows. It really shows. I've seen. Hold on, I'm getting some feedback here. All right. Try to bring this volume down here. I seen you guys gave out some more pictures for the Bay Village, and that was some nice prints and stuff like that. That's awesome.
We have I have a few left over. I know Ken I have a couple here saved, put aside for Ken, and then we were thinking about donating the rest to the Lady Whalers. They have a yearly auction coming up, and we wanted to participate somehow. And I listed a whole bunch of things that we had that we would be willing to donate, and those got those caught the eye of the coach there. So we're going to be donating those. And we feel that that's going to be going to a good cause. We have some other pieces of historic memorabilia and whatnot from the city, and we'll be passing those along as well for the auction. Hopefully they're able to fetch, something that helps Jordan Pena. Hopefully they're able to help out the Lady Whalers, as I believe that they're trying to raise some money to go on a trip.
Yeah, Jordan is he's a round peg in a round hole. When New Bedford High School decided to give that young man a shot at any coaching level for boys or girls, they made a right move. They made an awesome move. And it goes to show, because he has the respect of his, Lady Whalers, and they're definitely shaking and moving things. And I'm so proud of him, because he's also, being a daddy too. So he's going to be, if he follows the footsteps of his father, he's going to be awesome. He's going to be awesome. And I know he will.
We're big fans of both the Lady Whalers and Coach Pena as well.
Good. But that auction, hopefully you can put up that, put up the picture virtually, or he can, just to show that it's being auctioned off, because it may reach out to some other people, especially on my Bay Village page. I would gladly, say, hey, they're auctioning it off, and not that I could keep track of it, but at least, they may want to reach out to, Jordan and Lady Whalers to, participate in that raffle. I was just reading this. It said, we recently received a large donation of hand sanitizer and are looking for nonprofits to donate it to. So if you need it, please contact Virginia Gina Farizio. Hope I pronounced that right.
Yep. Gina.
Oh, good. All right. And let's see, Ian made a comment here. They went really far this last time. Very proud of NBHS. So true.
Absolutely.
Actually, yeah, and Ian was following him pretty closely because I was stealing his post to post on my page. Because he was reading my mind when he was posting things. Like, how's the Lady Wheelers doing? And he would post something. Maybe he is an alien or UFO, man. Maybe he's scanning my house or something, He reads my mind all the time. Let's see. All right, we got about 15 minutes. So Ian says, and for anyone out there that wants to help, or maybe you need some help, membership is free. Just join the Facebook page that's listed on the screen. I'm going to leave that up for a while, because people come on different times. So I'll leave that comment up there. Good job, Ian. And just to let everybody know that you are listening and viewing the Really Charlie podcast here on StreamYard, Facebook. Soon after we're done, it will be on Spotify and Anchor, and it's shooting live on my YouTube channel. Please go to my YouTube channel, Really Charlie, and click on like and subscribe to my channel and like this podcast. I'm always looking to get different educational and inspirational speakers on here, and occasionally put up some sports figures, and they tell their story, because without sports in my life, I wouldn't be the person I am. I may have turned out to be a worse person, and because sports kept me grounded. I'm so happy that my mom, my aunts, my uncles, got me involved with the sports at an early age.
Absolutely. Giving kids something to do after school is priceless.
Yes, so true. Some of the things I want to ask you, I can't. And I can't because of, we all got titles, and you got several titles, but I'm going to save that for another day. But feel free, Lisa, anything that that's going on in the city, and say, hey man, that would be a great podcast for Charlie, even if it's something that's live, they may be doing something downtown, folk festival, or I think it's this week. They got some breakdancing, third eye, things like that. I may not catch everything, but send me a message and say, hey Charlie, you want to get down here, And one thing about the podcast is I can do it virtually anywhere, as long as I have my phone. I can talk with some of the people out there and get their message out or get their event out.
Breakdancing is so impressive too. I've always been a huge fan of breakdancing. In fact, when I was little, I used to say that at one, I was going to learn how to do windmills when I was older. I didn't necessarily know how difficult they were when I said that.
Yeah.
But I definitely like watching people who know how to do windmills, and I'm really personally excited for the breakdancing.
Well, one of our mutual friends, he's still doing windmills. And
See?
he's been doing it since the 80s, and that's Michael Joe Santos. So
really,
next time you see him, get some pointers from him.
Absolutely. And, I don't have the upper body strength to do them, but I'm coming. I'm coming up.
Just do this. Just say, Michael, do one for me, just so you can see it, and that's impressive. And then say, I don't want to do that, but just
I
tell
don't.
him that,
I just want to watch.
Yeah, he's it's fascinating. There's a couple of guys my age or older that are doing it on YouTube. It's amazing what they're doing at that age. They're lighting up the world. They're going all over the place. Probably didn't think that it would still could be an income for them, but they're definitely getting paid doing a lot of things.
It's impressive.
Yeah. So the president says, pretty amazing, Lisa, a nonprofit in a year. Bedford Strong. So true. That is impressive, because you have to set up things, and it's one thing about 501c. What they want you to do is set up your board, set up your bylaws. This they gotta have business plan. There's so many things that go and that are involved in it, and for you guys to do that within a year.
Well, that was all Ian. Ian did all of our bylaws, all of our articles of incorporation. So hats off. That was a lot of paperwork, and I don't know that we really recognized him as much as we should have. But that was. I remember him complaining about that. But it is kind of crazy, Carol. We actually met. Carol and I met in an argument about nonprofits. I don't know if you remember that, Carol, but I was of the narrative to tax the nonprofits, and she said, "Whoa, nonprofits provide a bridge between what the government's capable of and what the people need." And I said, "Tax the nonprofits," and here we are, Carol. We started a nonprofit.
And the craziest thing is that there's a huge amount of them in the area, in the city, and even outside the area. And it's I forget the numbers, but I thought it was like probably just under 50%. There was a huge number. And but when you kind of look at it and you just go down the line, if you just see a list of just a few of them, they're going to say, "Oh, whoa, this is very, very important."
Very important.
But if you see the whole list, you're definitely going to know that the essence between in every single organization is very, very crucial for this area, and probably the only outlet that we have in this area is to go to these nonprofits to get some assistance or some help. So hats off to you guys, and hey, good job.
One person that we really haven't mentioned much is Gina. Gina Frizo.
Yes.
She is. You're a special person, Gina. She's literally the most dependable human being I have ever met, and we couldn't do any of this without her.
Yeah.
We have the best group of people.
When I thought she was going to come on, but I guess she was camera shy. But Gina, hats off to you. And just coming, those kind words coming out of Lisa's mouth means a lot. And I'm pretty sure that Ian's saying the same thing, Carol's saying the same thing. So I just want to tell you, Gina, keep up the good work, and if you need some help, I'll try to be there the best I can for you guys. Let's see. Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
We've worked with a lot of people and businesses over the last year, and Ian wanted me to take he wrote me some notes here. Sorry.
All right.
He wanted me to take a few moments and make sure that there were some people that that he didn't forget, because we're a mutual aid group, and honestly, we didn't do anything. Everyone did, and we wanted to thank specifically organizations and companies. Paul Rafa's, the New Bedford Free Public Library, New Bedford Public Schools, U.S. Party Company, the Vault Music Hall, and Pub at Greasy Luck, Biromar Bakery, Shaw's Supermarket, Operation Warm, and then individuals. There's, I have an entire page here, but Tabitha Lopes, Lynn Souza, Ann Housley, Susan Gibbs, Eric Miranda, Kristen Rafa Cahill, Jackie Eckert, Carly Martin, Gina, Marie Tiggy, Yvonne Toby, and Maria Eugenia Giesta.
Okay, awesome.
That's she's a ward counselor as well, but she really helped a few families, and it should be noted because there's a lot of people that do really amazing things in this city that don't want or need the recognition, and those are the people that really deserve the most, to be honest. And I'm not gonna share any information, but I just want everyone to know that Maria Giesta is a solid person in this community and is a very, very selfless woman.
I agree 100%. Definitely been doing her thing, and it comes from the heart. People don't realize that first thing they want to do to someone like her is, oh, that's your title. No, she has something else bigger and better than her title, and that's just being a human being with a big heart. So, so when you come at her, don't throw the title her direction, because she's going to do it regardless of that title. And hats off to her.
And you don't see that a lot. You really don't, especially not just in politics, but in life. You don't see a lot of people doing things without the recognition, and it's really, really touching when you see someone do it for the right reasons, doing anything really for the right reasons. And everyone that I just mentioned there, I would trust my life with.
Carol says Joanne Correa Marks. She mentioned that.
Absolutely.
Name. Yeah. So and that's a good list. And also, if you want to kind of get on this New Bedford Strong tidal wave, please join. Help out. Membership is free. Join the Facebook group, NBStrong, and bring your heart to the table and just help out as much as you can, because everyone needs help. I don't care if you have masses of 2,000 to 3,000. There's never enough people. And, we got an hour. Is there anything you want to leave the audience with?
I'm on the spot.
Yeah. All right. We'll make it easier. This is an easier question. Who would you like to see on the Really Charlie podcast?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be one. It could be many. It could be a few. Yeah.
I want to see, I think, Bernadette.
I tried that.
She's already been on?
Nope.
Oh.
She's a slacker. She's a Bay Village kid letting another Bay Village kid down. I keep telling her. I would
love to see Bernadette on there. And Charlie Perry. I mean, you always give the spotlight away, Charlie. How about how much longer do we have here, Charlie?
Go ahead, keep going. When you say stop, we'll stop, all right?
Okay, how about, can I ask you some questions?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So you grew up in New Bedford?
Yes. Very proud. We initially raised a single mom. Had a lot of strong women in my life. From my aunts and my uncles. They all raised me, helped my mom out with two boys. One after another.
Wow.
Premature kid, and then my brother came along, and then later on my brother Malik. My father had five boys, one girl. We all close knit, and but the best part of my life growing up was in the Bay Village housing projects. I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world. I definitely had so much fun there, and so don't knock city housing, because there's one thing: we were never bored. We had so much to do back then, and it was awesome. If that answers your question.
What school did you go to?
Well, we started out in an old, brick building, Cushing Avenue School, which was
Okay.
it was at Cushing Avenue and Grinnell Street. They knocked it down. There's some houses there. Then I went one block up to Donaghy School, and right about that time, before I just about to finish Donaghy, they started building the Gomes School. So I was at Gomes School the very first year it was built.
Excellent.
And then right at that time, Mom wanted to take off, and we went 3,000 miles away to LA, California, and stood there for 3 years. Then I ended up moving to go find my dad in Florida. Stood down there for 2 years. Seen the most unbelievable football I've ever seen in my life. Florida was just unbelievable. And but the one thing I wanted is to graduate at New Bedford High School. So the tail end of my junior year, my dad bring me back home, and the rest is history. And I'm so glad I was out of here for 3 to 5 years, or 5 years. I learned to appreciate this area a whole lot more. And I'm happy to be home. If I didn't come back home, I would have never met my wife, never had my kids, stuff like that. And just that in itself is priceless.
And you were a member of the New Bedford Police Department, right?
30 years, just about 30 years. So we proud of my career. Had a good time, good, bad, and ugly, but I was very proud of it. And let's see, I'm actually very proud of what I'm doing now. So I'm retired and doing 2 other jobs. So you do what you can for as long as you can, then you move on.
What are those 2 other jobs that you're doing right now?
I'm driving for Tremblay's Bus Company, and
Excellent.
I just recently took another job with KDK Transportation out of Wareham, but they help out a lot of people in the area. So doing that, every Saturday, which is good. And I love it. Meet some people every day, and and then there's one thing about working where I work. I got a nice education on things like autism, which I never would have got an education on, and it's dear to my heart. And I can't tell you some special people in my life that I've met, and people that are part of the spectrum with autism are very, very dear to me right now in my life.
My husband and daughter are both on the spectrum.
Awesome. I love it.
They make me a better person every day.
Sure does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I got, we get constant smiles, and I'm saying, wow, why am I frowning? Why am I frowning today? I'm getting constant smiles every single day. I need to turn myself around, and I do.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. Your partner in crime has just said a few things here. Ian said, Lisa White, don't don't let them tell the whole Charlie story. There's always stories of New Bedford. Hopefully next year. Well, it doesn't matter. I love my story. And Ian, there's one thing you can't do. Don't tell a woman of the house what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even listen to it. It's like he didn't even say anything.
yeah. That's nice. That's nice. You know, I wanted my nephew to come on the podcast and be the host. I said, hey, why don't you interview me? We can change the name. And he chickened out. So, but I'm glad this last segment was called The Really Lisa Show, or podcast. And I'm excited.
Well, then the goal is to make you say really, Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you meet your wife?
Well, all right. Really, Lisa?
You can't. That was easy. Thank you. I didn't know where I was going to go with it.
We actually we've known each other for years. I've known her probably since I was about 15, and it's usually just kind of hanging out within the Bay Village projects, because her dad was there, my grandmother, my family was there, and that's where I started liking her since I was 15. But people on different paths in life. She goes that direction, I go this direction. Go through different relationships, and then it came full circle, and we met at started really talking at the main event, which is on Union Street, downtown New Bedford. And all I did was tell her a few things, flirt with her. And I hate dancing, but I even danced with her a couple of times, And, but proud I put a ring on her, and it's good, And
Michelle's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, I try to tell her all the time, but she don't listen to me. Like you don't listen to Ian, she don't listen to me. I try to give her compliments, and so I was saying, what, Charlie? Really,
What
Charlie?
do you want?
Yeah, really, Charlie? But let's see. Carol says something here. Let's get Michelle on here to talk about her amazing husband.
Great idea.
Michelle she is not going to get on here. I asked her at least once every month since December. People have suggested that she come on here, but she's a little chicken. Oh, I can't say it, but she's scared. And as we say down the south end of New Bedford, us scared, Ian says, next time on the Really Charlie Show, let's see the dance. Oh, you are not seeing this dude dance.
My vote has to be for the dance.
Nah, it's not gonna happen. I got this phobia that someone's videotaping me, and I don't want it to be on TikTok or any other place, so I try not to dance. If I can hold on to Michelle and do a slow dance, that's good enough. She'll be my she'll keep me on path and on rhythm, so I don't mess up. Let's see, yeah. But I like what we're doing on the Really Charlie podcast, because I get to speak to girls and great people, great professionals like you, and I'm building my relationships, and this is definitely something I like about the podcast, is that I get to build a relationship with many people.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
At the end of our lives, we're never gonna look back and wish that we'd worked more. We're never gonna look back and wish that we'd been asleep more. What we will look back on and regret is not having made more connections with human beings.
So true. So true. It's awesome. Even just this week, I met a few people, and I'm already happy that I met them. And hopefully it leads to bigger and better things. Not with material things, bigger and better things like a friendship. Hopefully things get better, or lead to better things. I always will be available for Lisa and Ian White. I will always be available for New Bedford Strong, and anyone on the staff. If you have things you want to get out there and broadcast, feel
We
free.
appreciate that.
And I'm going to try to, especially now that you came on, we try to do this 3 times already, right? Probably.
Right? Yeah.
And so we finally get, and you know what? I want to let everybody know, Lisa White and Melissa Ortega-Costa was my first actual guest on the Really Charlie podcast. And what I used another stream, and I totally messed it up, because
I think that it was probably. I thought that. I can't remember. It was every time I come on your show, there's technical difficulties. So I wouldn't be surprised if I have some sort of bad luck, like omen over me.
No. No. Well, I'll take that bad luck every single time, and hopefully you have more and more opportunities to do the podcast, put you involved in it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So let's do this again. And everything that I see on the Bedford Strong, I will now share on the Really Charlie podcast group on Facebook. And so now you have, along with your 2,300 members that are on your group on Facebook, now you have an additional probably 928. So I want to add that to your totals, and we get this message out every single time you're doing something.
We really appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. Give your daughter and your husband a high five for me.
I sure will.
Carol, I know you're out there. Electronic hug. I just sorry missed the opportunity, but we got many more things to do, and Carol will be back on it soon. All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you again.
All right. God bless. Take
You
care. All right. All right, everyone. This was a great podcast. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad that we were able to get our guest on here. Lisa is definitely doing a lot of things out there in the community along with her staff. And I'm so happy that we got an opportunity to speak to someone. We spoke to Mrs. Fumo, and she's in need of quite a few things. So New Bedford Strong is going to definitely reach out to her and get those things. And that's the greatest thing about this group, is that they have the resources to do what they can. You may think that something is very, very small, so small. And New Bedford Strong doesn't think that. They're definitely doing some things. And hey, Devin, that's another past guest on the Really Charlie podcast. Everyone, please reach. When you have some time, go down to Destination Soup on Union Street, Union and Cushing Avenue. They got a great chef down there, great owner. They're doing great things down there. And please support local. And Destination Soup is definitely a good place. So I'm looking forward to so many other guests. that are going to come on here in the next few weeks. And today we had, I'm going to take this opportunity to mention Lexi Barrows, local star, local basketball talent. Went on to, she signed with New England Blizzard and went overseas and played with Cabo Verde, Cape Verdean team, women's basketball team. And I'm very proud of her. Today she was going to come on, and we have to reschedule. And she'll definitely be back on here. I'll be on here so we can hear her story. When you all are out there and you see Lexi walking around, she's going to have that smile on her face. Look at her and say, I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Let that young lady know that she's doing a great job. Because no matter where she is, she's representing this city, this area, and her culture on a daily basis. And she's doing an outstanding job. So when you see her, you say, I'm proud of you. Because she deserves it. It's Lexi Barrows. Lexi, if you're listening to me, I know you're under the weather. I love you. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. And your grandfather, Julio, would have been very, very proud of you. He's looking down on you every shot you make, every struggle you take. He's definitely looking after you. Tremendous athlete in himself. And I just want to let you know that, kid. Take care. All right, everyone. July 10th, we'll be back on the podcast with a friend of mine, Lisa. We'll be on here, Lisa Ann. She wrote a book. And give you the title of it. 1 second here. The book is tremendous. And I don't know if you can see it. But it says Life in the Fat Lane by Lisa Delana Borges. Definitely a great, great book. Great material. And we'll have her on Saturday, 3 p.m. Have her on the podcast. So, Life in the Fat Lane. Check that out. It's a memoir from Lisa and Dynamite book. So she'll be here Saturday, 3 p.m. A little early than usual, but I got to get the guest on here when it's convenient for them. All right, y'all. Take care. Be well. Stay well. And when you have time, tune in to the Really Charlie podcast on StreamYard, Anchor, Spotify, Facebook, and YouTube. Take care.